There's a misconception about how features affect the value of a home. It's pretty common to assume that if a pool costs $100,000 to build, it's going to make the home worth $100,000 more. But that's not the case. It's really the desirability of the feature in the buyer's eyes in a specific market at a specific time. And that's going to determine what they're willing to pay for that feature. And that ultimately determines the value add that it brings. There's going to be several factors that will dictate how much value the pool or any other feature, for that matter, are going to add. Things like the location or the market that it's in, the size and the type of the pool, of course. External influences like the economy do actually impact the value. It's not static. One year it might add $50,000 in value, but a change in economic circumstances can have people changing the way that they would use a pool. So let's take a closer look at these three factors in particular. The location, a pool in East County, San Diego, where the weather gets above 80 degrees through most of the summer and fall, it's going to have a lot more usable days, a lot of utility, increasing the desirability of having a pool. Also, in that same market in East County, it's a less walkable community. It's more suburban, more semi-rural. So more of your entertainment is done at home. And also, you see a lot of young families moving to East County, and it can be a huge parenting assist to have a pool and let the kids play in it all day, have them entertained. Contrast that with a pool, let's say at the beach, where the weather is only going to be above 80 degrees for maybe a couple of months out of the year. And there's a ton of other entertainment options. You can go to the beach and you can surf. Even more, if you're up in the mountains, you're going to have extremely cold weather, San Diego style cold weather, for 6 months of the year. And that's just in San Diego. We can do that comparison from Montana to Arizona. So the utility of the pool needs to be considered based on the market that you're in. And then secondly, let's consider the type of pool. Obviously, you can have just a square hole in the ground that holds some water, or you can have the mini lagoon with the faux rock water slides, a grotto, swim up bar, the beach entry, and the big hot tub. So there's a huge variance in the desirability of the pool itself, and that can be $100,000 difference just in that design of the pool. And then lastly, there's the external market influences that need to be considered as well. During COVID, added value of a pool shot up tremendously because people couldn't go anywhere and they needed something to do at home. The beach was closed, for crying out loud, and there was nothing to do. So there's going to be times also when there's the droughts in California and water usage is restricted. There's energy and maintenance costs. In a down economy, home buyers might be more frugally minded about the cost of the pool, and it becomes a net negative. Brings the value of the whole home down. And then I've had buyers look at a pool and factor in the cost of filling it in. They just don't want to deal with the pool. So there are these external influences where the value of the pool is not static. In 1 year, it might add 5% value. 10 years later, it might add 0% in the same house. And then 10 years later, it can add another 7% value. Ultimately, the way to determine the value of the pool in a specific market is by the comparison approach. So find similar properties that have sold with pools and similar properties that have sold without, and then isolate the approximate value difference to see how much buyers are paying for that feature. It's never going to be a sample size large enough to be perfect, so it is part art, part science, but a good agent or appraiser with good familiarity of the market can gauge with a high degree of accuracy what that value add is going to be. So there you go. Hopefully that answers the question sufficiently. It's a pretty common question online. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have specific questions about the value of a home, of your home, or what you can do to increase the value of the home prior to going on the market, whether you need to do something in 9 days or 9 months, it doesn't matter. Please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to be of help. You can reach me via email, text, call, set up a Zoom in the description. And then until next time, take care.